An astonishing photography unearthed from the archives of New York Public Library's Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture is going viral all over the internet, and seems to be the newest smoking gun evidence concerning the existence of a shadow elite that possesses either time travel technology, ancient cloning program, or both technologies for what it's worth. The picture is catalogued in a small collection taken by a photographer named Sid Grossman, born in 1915 and deceased in 1955, which contains photos of everyday scenes in the streets of Harlem in the late 30s. The black and white picture, tagged as Harlem Loiterers, was snapped in 1939, and despite the lack of any identification concerning the man sitting on a gate and staring the lenses of the photographer, it doesn't take much effort to notice his uncanny resemblance with the famous rapper and mogul of the Illuminati music industry, Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter. Anyone who is not entirely familiar, or still ignores the existence of a shadow government that controls the planet through ancient bloodlines and various secret societies that hold an ancient knowledge and technologies brought to Earth by a group of ancient extraterrestrials worshipped as gods in remote times, will either think that their uncanny resemblance is nothing but a coincidence, or that the man in the picture is probably an ancestor of Jay-Z. The same explanations are certainly being said by all mainstream media outlets controlled by the Illuminati, and that's what most people will be driven to believe. At first sight, I seriously did consider the possibility of a viral marketing to promote the remake of the movie The Great Gatsby, which is produced and has a soundtrack co-written by Jay-Z. That actually should be the most likely explanation, if it was not by the fact that tampering with a historic document catalogued in public records would probably be a federal crime, so the hypothesis of a Photoshop job to advertise a movie doesn't hold water either. What brings us back to a very sensitive discussion among conspiracy theorists: the existence of a secret time travel technology or an ancient cloning program. There's a lot of speculation about secret programs of the US military based in reverse engineering of alien technologies that allow space folding and time traveling since the 50s, such as the Philadelphia experiment and its various extensions, the Projects Rainbow, Pegasus, and Montauk. Although various whistleblowers who either worked on or were subjects of these programs, such as Preston Nichols, Andrew Basiago, and even the great-granddaughter of Dwight Eisenhower, Laura Magdalene, have come forward along the years to report the existence of these technologies, still there are no factual proof to corroborate their statements, except for some pictures that eventually surface on the internet, exposing the striking resemblance of various Illuminati celebrities with ancient individuals. What makes very hard to ignore this subject and pretend it's just paranoid of conspiracy theorists. Although the man in this picture is dressed accordingly with the time, he still looks totally out of place, and while the other men beside him seem oblivious to the photographer, he stares at the camera, as if he's making sure of being registered at that moment. Considering how Jay-Z is always flaunting himself as a puppet of the Illuminati through hand signals, assuming for a moment that somehow he was a subject of time travel, his vanity of making part of the Illuminati cabal, and a need of showing off like in his trip to Cuba as an operative of the US government, prevented him from keeping a low profile, a mistake that he will certainly regret.